asking each Kenyan who is coming to Lebanon, don't you ever accept to go and clean houses for anyone which is a relative for the family.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Na kama uja subscribe, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and to all my returning subscribers, to know I don't take you for granted. By the way, Merry Christmas, ntawa wish Happy New Year ikifika. So this video ni about when you're wanaoshanga houses, 3 houses, 2 houses. So I got your answers. Sikiza hiyo video ingine and then utaniambia.
Some Lebanese, they have houses in Beirut and they have another one in the mountain, but it's my house. Am I supposed to get someone else to clean my house in the mountain? No, it's her job. Then it is not 2 houses. It's when I'm moving with my family from Beirut to the mountain for the summer. It's my house. Yes, 2 houses, but she's not working 2 houses the same day. But it's totally different. I am asking each Kenyan who is coming to Lebanon, don't you ever accept to go and clean houses for anyone which is a relative for the family. But if I am going to my mother's house, Nelson, on a Sunday, and she's inviting me on a barbecue, and then we finished eating, what is the lady supposed to do? To sit and watch us cleaning the table? By logic. I am with my family. I am with my family at the family of my mother, wife of the mother of my wife. We are there invited, and there are 2-3 families. They are there, each one coming with the family, with the domestic helper to join, to go chat and speak with other ladies coming from foreign countries. We finished eating. What are they supposed to do? They are not in their house, yes, but she is in the house of my family where I've been invited and I have eaten there, me and my family and her herself. What is she supposed to do? To watch me? To watch me taking my plate and go to the kitchen and clean it, or to help with the others to make things like the moment we came to, and then we go back home when we finish? There is also a small link between someone holding the dictionary and doing the logic things and the things which are not logic. Yes, it's not logic that she goes to the mother of my wife and clean her house. I will not accept this.
That's right.
But when she's coming with me, how can she accept that this old lady goes in the kitchen and clean the dishes of my children when she was with me there having the same service?
Not a lot of problem, including your office, Mr. Saliba.
Yes.
Including your office. Many girls are complaining about your office that you do beat them.
Like who?
Right now, yeah. Right now we speak, there is a girl, you have already kicked her out and she's there outside in Daura today.
What's her name?
And she come from your office. I don't know her name because I was in a hurry because I wanted to join here. But she's outside and she's not the only one girl complaining about your office.
Let us go into details about this. What's the name of the girl you are talking about?
Yeah, let me confirm her name.
Yeah.
And then another issue.
Thank you.
No, let her continue, please. I need to answer her because
I will give you, Mr. Saliba, I will give you more than 10 girls from your office who are struggling from you and who were beaten. They were beaten from your office.
Okay, let me tell you, dear Mary.
Yeah.
You are telling me about a group of girls who went to the consulate like maybe 5 or 6 months back.
No.
Please let me finish, and then you tell me whatever you want.
Okay.
And there it was like when you have an accommodation in your agency, and this is by law, each agency should have an accommodation. Why? Because if you came to Lebanon to work in a house and you have any problem, there should be a place. It's called the shelter house inside the agency. From about 7 or 8 months, I had 2 ladies who were back into my agency. And it was like the time where the dollars and the financial situation, you know what, maybe Mary, also what Lebanon was passing by. So many girls were returned back to the office. And these 2 ladies were like we call it in Lebanon, the bad apple who who is sitting inside the box. And they were there only just to spread the ideas of not working, don't work, don't go, don't do. So they made a group that made me, at the end of the day, open the door of my agency and tell them, please go to your consulate. And they went there and they made like a tent next to the consulate, and they sat there, and I was the number one. And you are telling me yes, because I know I know the girls.
I know them.
Yeah, I know that you know them, but this is why I'm telling you about the story.
Yeah.
The thing that happened is, when you group of Kenyans, you want to put someone in your head, you are number one in this. When you want to make someone that he's the devil, you are very good in this on social media, on spreading the things between each other. And it's a right, I cannot deny it. But also from my side, me as a legal agency, as an owner for this agency, as a father, when you are having two ladies in my agency, two ladies from Kenya who take care of the Kenyans, and you come to tell me that I deal with them in a bad way about the beating. Yes, I do open the door of the agency and I tell them, Lebanon is yours, go. Why don't you get upset when this lady opens the door by herself and leaves? It's the same. Don't I have also the right, when someone is living in my house, in my office, and destroying my agency because she's talking to others and on the phone and don't go work, and you ask the lady, dear, what do you want? Tell me, please, I beg you, what kind of house do you want? She doesn't want a house with 2 members, with 3, with children, with an elder person. Khalas, the block has been done. And she's just arrived by the first interview. She comes as a person. When she goes to the accommodation and they sit and they dance at night, the story comes and they will tell her, don't work, let's make the group bigger. Yes. Then I tell them, go to the place where you can find help. So if you want to tell me about a girl which I told her go out, yes, I do it on the balcony and in front of all the people. It's my right. She has a place to go to. She can go to the immigration, if I'm mistaken, to the Ministry of Labor, to the consulate, to Caritas, to CAFA, so many. But no, dear, not all the story that now you are telling me is a story where the logic is coming from the Kenyans and the nonsense is coming from the agency. No, we are not angels at the end, but we are doing all needed to make sure that all parties are taking their rights. I remind you, I have 2 ladies who work in my office and take salaries.
I know them.
You know them. I know that you know everything. And I'm happy that you know them. These ladies are there to make sure if anyone needs a Panadol, if anyone needs to eat, to drink, to have a doctor for an emergency. 2 ladies from Kenya. They are the one from our team to make sure that everything is fine. So if you come to tell me that one lady was out of your agency and she was out in this case, tell me.
Mr. Saliba.
Yes.
I don't mean about those ladies for the 6 months ago. No. The newcomers who are coming now. And that's why I'm telling you today, a few minutes ago. There is a girl. I accept that you have accepted. You do tell them to go away. They can go to Caritas, to CAFA. Okay, that is good. You have accepted that.
But tell me about the
another
case.
Another agent with a lot of complaints, Mr. Ali. Do you know Mr. Ali?
Who's Ali?
I don't know Mr. Ali. An agent by the name Mr. Ali.
Ali or Ali?
Yes.
Ali.
Ali.
We have Ali in Lebanon more than the hair in my head.
I can't remember the other name, but he is a known agent. She always beats girls. And you know me, I used to deal with these cases in Lebanon. And to me also, I like to know the girls, the truth, because I know we have 2 types of girls. The girls who don't want to work and the girls who are there to work. Right. So they know me, I don't deal with cases when they're just easy.
Okay, now, Mary,
if you are beaten by an agent and you search for me, I need a proof. One proof. I want to see where you are beaten, because if you are slapped, I will see the hands that slapped you.
Okay.
Guys, give me a second. Before we proceed, because we have thousands of comments coming in. But I'm highlighting some comments. Because we're having this conversation here. Number one, Mesh, I would like you to give us the name of that agent owned by Ali, because personally, Joseph, I can say this, I've heard so many cases about someone called Ali who's known for beating girls inside the office. Now, there's a comment from Melissa Njeri who's saying some agents believe beating girls is a way of teaching them how to work. I actually hate him, and I no longer want to even see him or hear about the agent. The issue, let's talk about this issue for some few minutes. The issue of Kenyan girls saying they're being beaten once they go back to the office. Mr. Salih,
okay.
I'm gonna give you this.
Let me tell you, Nelson. And as I told you from the beginning, you will never hear me telling you one side of a story. I can tell you so many scenarios. Yes. What I can tell you is one of our agencies in Lebanon, from 15 days, now in the new law of the minister, number 41/1, by the minister Mustafa Bayram, it says, if ever there will be a proved case that there has been any kind of mistreatment, this agency will be blacklisted. And now, if you will check on the Ministry of Labor website, you will see that we have a logo. If you press on it, it says agencies who are blacklisted. We are working with the minister to go viral for this website.
Do you have the website?
Yeah, for the Ministry of Labor. For the Minister of Labor.
So
you can check on Google and you will get it put on the English. You will see that now there is a platform you can click on for the agencies who are blacklisted. It means we as a government and as a private sector, we are not in love for what things happen, but not all the stories which comes are true. Now, there is one man, his name is Ali. From 10 minutes, it was me. Let us go into, who is this Ali? Where is his telephone number? Give me which case.
Do you have the name Mesh? Mesh, do you have the name of this agency? Those who are watching, I've seen some comments.
I know they are here watching me. I know the ladies are here watching me because I've told them to come all. And if you know you are in Lebanon and you know you are agent that treats you better, and they get the opportunity right there. And then, Mr. Saliba, I want you to answer me this question.
Yes, please.
Sir, in case we have some bosses who throw some ladies in the street, if you call their agent, they don't pick calls, and the agent, they tell you that I don't need the girl. Where should we tell the girls to report their report there? Because if they call Kafa does not take them. If we call Caritas, they don't take the girls. They only say we'll help the girls if only you are in the madam house. But the girl is outside in the street. Some of the girls are mad. Where can we report the case if the agent does not accept the request? To you or to who?
Yeah, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Now I will answer you as Soral president, but in the same time, yeah, this is the website. Very good. In the same time,
yeah, go ahead. That's a website right here. That's the Ministry of Labor, Lebanon, right here. Okay, go ahead.
In the same time, Mary, I want to tell you that we are dealing here with mentalities. Now, if I have any lady, and which now you said, you are mentioning, there are two types of ladies who face problems. One, that who wants to create a problem. The second is really having a problem. We are concerned by the ones who are really having a problem that we go for solution. But I cannot also, Mary, please think with me, put your legs in my shoes now, as Nelson says.
Yeah.
I didn't force you to come to Lebanon. You said I want to come. I told you about your salary, about the circumstances which will face your job in Lebanon, and you agreed about all this. And after your arrival, for a homesick, or I miss my child, and it is a right, and for no responsibility, financial responsibility from your pocket to come back to recover all the process that has been done to reach, you just come to say, I want to go back home. You say, okay, what's the problem, dear? Tell me, is it the family? We are ready to change. And you know what I'm telling you, this is happening. She tell you, okay, let me try. And she goes to try the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the 10th. Khalas, here, she doesn't want to work. The problem is about all the process, Mary. If someone is paying to come to Lebanon, he will not do this kiddie fix. He would say, I lost my money. No, let me hold up. Let me stand up on my feet. Let me finish my contract because I'm not ready to lose. But once you are shouldering all this on the process itself, you have only one thing you can say. I don't want. It's 3 words, which will kill all the process with no solutions. The problem here comes between the person who she's working with, the sponsor, the agency in Lebanon, the agent in Kenya, and the girl herself. When a girl doesn't need any solution, even Kafa and even Caritas, and you know what I'm telling you, this for sure, it seems you are working and you have too much knowledge, and I'm happy that you are with us on the show, and I hope to meet you face to face when you come to Lebanon in my office, because I want to show you also how our agencies are being, like, we cover ourselves by simple things, by cameras. When you come to tell me you beat the girls, you come tomorrow to my office and tell me, please, I need to sit on your monitor for 15 days back. Go check on it. We do it not for you, to believe me, but for anyone who's claiming and come to Kafa or to Caritas or to the Labor of Ministry to say, I was in the office, one of the employees come did this. We say, stop. Which day, which time? This is the camera. So she will close the mouse. What do you have stories to tell when you have no money to come back to your country? It is stories you might create or real stories happening. If it is a real story, then you will come to tell me, Joseph, find for me another family. This family is bad. And you will take it from here, that you will change the second day. But when you come to give block for any solution, and you come to create stories, they are bad. He come to make sex with me. Stories that we are 23 and 25 years in this field. I have heard so many things. My hair now is white. We are not angels, but we are not devils. And you are not angels coming from Kenya, not all. We have the good, we have the bad in every place. Let us go case by case. What I'm telling Nelson, Lebanon system is covering this more than other countries. Now you know in Lebanon that when you have Kafa and Caritas, you know that most of the other countries, the Gulf countries, they don't have these NGOs. And you know how many NGOs do you have in Lebanon for domestic helpers? Do you have an idea, Nelson, how many NGOs in Lebanon for domestic helpers?
I just know IOM.
IOM, they are professional. They are professional. I can tell you there is not less from 8 to 10 finance NGOs to follow up these cases. So not in a country like Lebanon, when you have a mobile to send the info, that someone dares if he's legal, that someone dares if he cares about 25 years of his name on the office, that he goes put it in the garbage because he's doing a stupid move. No. Let us say the good things and bad things happen everywhere. Tell me about the process. Is the process helping? Yes. Do you have Lebanese people went to prison because they dealt in a bad way with the domestic helpers? Yes, it's happening. Where did it happen? In another place? Nowhere. In Lebanon, it's happening. Do you have agencies blacklisted in other countries? No. In Lebanon, now it's happening. Do you have a syndicate which is running day and night to shoulder the measures up, to make it better and better? And every day we are building 2 centimeters. We need to move and to go more and more to reach our targets. But we are trying to do the maximum. In Lebanon, you can do whatever you want. And the lady, Mary, she knows. She was 8 years in Lebanon. And she's asking to come back. Why? Because now she's Lebanese. 2 years she will be Lebanese. And after 10 years in Lebanon, you say if you are in one country, you have the right to ask for the nationality. So she knows.
For nationality.
Yeah, so she knows.
A question, Mr. Saliba.
Wait a minute.
Yes, you want the nationality.
Let me ask Mr. Saliba a question, because I want him to answer all these questions first.
No, listen.
This is a very first question. Mr. Saliba, a girl have a problem. and she's really sick. But the office tell her, you have to pay your own ticket and you have to pay the agent. She have stayed for 6 months and she want to go home because she's totally sick. That is a case I have for one girl who is sick ovaries and she's ready to pay for her ticket. How will you help this girl to go home?
Let me tell you. If I tell you now, Mary, I am sick, what would you tell me?
I will take you to hospital, but in Lebanon, you give people Panadol.
Mary, you are a professional agency. The future, we need to know you more because you are so professional. Let me tell you, the good agencies, the professional agencies, especially the ones who are under SORA, yes, there are measures. I take this lady to the hospital. Who will accept someone living in his house and he is really sick? No one. No one.
There is. Mr. Saliba,
Give me the case. There is, Mary.
I'm giving you, Lebanon. I need your contact. I will give you serious cases.
You will get it. Let me put it here, please. Absolutely. If you can mention it, I need anyone who needs help from Soral. Now, yes, I am president for a certain time. If it is something concerned about Lebanon, give us this responsibility as Soral, and we are ready to be partners in this. I want the Kenyans coming here to know that there is the country which is called Kenya, and now having a new president with a new start, with a new vibes, positive vibes, I think, as I knew from almost all that I have talked to. Okay, your country is not here. It needs an airplane to reach. There is Lebanon, there is your consulate, and there are the NGOs, and there are the agencies. We as Soral represent the agencies. We have communications with all these parties. Trust us for a trial period. Give us the case, but we go for logic thinking. If it is a case, like what Mary mentioned, I am sick, I want to go. Let's go to the hospital. You go to a hospital, and our hospitals, and Mary knew, we are very well known in this area for our hospitals. Then you go and you get a report from a doctor saying that the lady is perfect. She's okay. Nothing. We did the MRI, I don't know what, and she's okay. Then she insists to tell you, no, I am sick. Okay, then it is a keyword to go back home. How many I am sick can someone hear per day?
And ask you the question, I want to go to Lebanon. What would you tell that person right now?
Yes. Tell him, yes.
Good question. For me, I will tell someone first, before you go to Lebanon, carry your own basic needs, because since last year, many girls are going to Lebanon. They are not provided with basic needs. Most of them, they are not given food. Mr. Saliba, mark my words. Most of them, they are not given food. They eat kubus with strong tea. Yeah? You come from Kenya, your agent tells you you go to Lebanon, you are going to be paid $200. Even I'm not going $250. $200. You go to your boss, they tell you, I'm going to pay you after 3 months. Later, you find yourself being paid $150. And Mr. Saliba, I have 2 girls, they are being paid $100 per month in Lebanon. So for me, if you're a newcomer,
Mesh. Number one, you're gonna tell me there's someone who's being paid $100 in Lebanon right now?
Yes, $100 per month.
And okay,
to say again and again, Mary, the first idea is, am I ready to come and work to Lebanon, or am I coming just to go on the airplane, enjoy the flight, reach Lebanon, miss my kid, take me back to my home? What you are doing is an example for a person who decided, and now you are in your country, by your feet, you are coming back to this country, which some say about it, it's bad for Kenyans to come to. You are here to prove that no, it's not all. And this is what I want, not all. And this is why I was telling Nelson, you can never say all to a nationality, all to men, there are in everything, the good and the bad. Our job is to help, to do the needed, to punish the ones who are doing wrong. We are in process of punishing our government is helping us. And the ones who are doing the good job, we salute them. But let us go into the process that the girls believes that I'm working with an agent there who is working with a legal agency in Lebanon. This is what me and Nelson are putting so many lines under the word legal agencies, and I add they should be under the umbrella of Soral. Why?
Are there any chances that the salary in Lebanon for for house helpers or domestic workers will be more than $200?
Yes, I will tell you how. When there will be a legal process between Kenya and Lebanon, it means you are not allowed to come to Lebanon unless you have documents signed through a consulate, through an embassy, whatever, which gives you the map of what will happen after arrival, and which will put also the lady herself under responsibility that if you are going to play, you need to pay back for your games. If this lady who's coming to Lebanon, she will go and deposit a small amount, let me say small, concerning to the recruiting from Kenya to Lebanon. Let her share by 1/3 as a deposit in her agency there. We are talking about a legal agency there. And then she will be returning this amount month after another until she finishes her contract. Then she would feel in the back of her head that I have responsibilities. If I want to play a game, I am the one who's going to pay. If I have right story or a right case, then nothing will be held or taken from this amount. So when you are a partner in the process, you will be more responsible. If you do nothing then, walking in the airplane, reaching here and tell stories, which some of them are right, and we are following to reach a solution, and many are wrong, there will never be a raise for the salary. Now, if you will tell me the salary begins by a first time by $250 and the ex abroad by $300, I will tell you if there are guarantees that the ladies are coming not to stay on the phone, which Mary mentioned. Mary, let me tell you about the phone story, dear. The Wi-Fi in Lebanon, once you have a Wi-Fi in your house, it's for free. It's unlimited. The problem is between a responsible person like Mary, who's coming to work, and someone who's happy that I have my phone, Wi-Fi 24 hours, I jump to the kitchen. No one is here. No need for the job. Yalla, let me go during the day. Let me go see what's happening on TikTok, on Facebook, WhatsApp. Okay. These people who have recruited someone to take care of their house, and you know Lebanese, they are picky. They like neat houses. They come back. The woman comes back from the job to find the girl did maybe half of the job, to ask her why this is not being done, why this is not being done, and then to discover that the lady is staying all time on the phone. And this is happening. And this is happening big time. What we reached is the same as Lebanese employed people in Lebanon. They go and work in banks. Or if you are working in a place, you are not allowed to use your phone. Is it because these Lebanese, they have no protections? No. It is a contract. Take it or leave it. You don't have the phone during your job until you finish your job on a certain time, and from that time on, the phone is yours. Where is the big deal in this? When you are not keeping the devil in your hand all day to sit and chat and lose the job, you have bad contact with the sponsor from that time on, because I'm expecting and I'm getting nothing from this because of the Wi-Fi, all time on the phone. We are with the phone to be with the girls' phones, to be having a certain time where they are having their phones with Wi-Fi. This is a must on the families. But in the same time, Nelson, if we want just to give slogans, okay, let it stay 24 hours. How can you help me about the girls take the job serious?
I think I'm gonna address these three issues very, very quickly. Number one, do domestic workers, Meshvim, till you're here, did you get a day off, or do you get a day off working in Lebanon?
In the law of Lebanon, it is mentioned that you have 1 day off. If you go if you go practically, it is not very well known that on this day the door will be opened, the lady would leave the house, and then she will go sleep for a one night out, and then she comes back. I will tell you why. Because what's happening in Lebanon, it should be a chain. You cannot ask for the day off, and I cannot protect the lady who's going out of what's happening outside. Mary, as a person of 8 years in Lebanon, now she can smell who's the good taxi and who's the bad one. She can smell who's the bad person who's telling her, come, we need to see you to meet you, and who's trying to take her, I don't know where. She is already having knowledge about the country enough for her to move or no, and she decides. But once you are getting someone from Nairobi, my friend, she gets in the airplane, she reaches Lebanon, you want the law that the second Sunday she leaves the house. Mary, can you tell me, can she go out of the house as she arrives newly to Lebanon and sure that she will come back home and sure she can take care of herself?
Worker supposed to keep her passport, and if no, why?
By law, as she reaches Lebanon, the immigration at the airport gives the passport to the domestic helper. The sponsors go in the gentle way to tell her, give me the passport, I will hide it for you so that you will not lose it. Okay? The problem is not if you have a passport in your hand or no. This is not the issue. Let's suppose I have a domestic helper now, Binti, she's inside, and she was really going outside and she lost her passport. Do you know how much does it cost to recover this and to get a replacement? And for what issue does she need the passport while she can move in Lebanon while she has an Iqama like Mary? She has a small card. She can move all around Lebanon because this is what is needed, not the passport. The passport is the travel document when you want to go back home. And when Mary told her sponsor, I want to go back home, the passport now is with her in Kenya. So what's the idea of holding my passport will give you what? If it is lost, are you the one to pay the fees of having a new one? Why don't you put the responsibility on the family who is shouldering your salaries, your insurance, your medical situation, your, and plus the passport. Okay, if it is, this will make you a happy person to have the passport, okay, take it. So what's next? What did you achieve? What is the win situation if you have a passport in your pocket, Nelson? While if you are traveling back to your country, you can take it from any place in your company or your sponsor. They will tell you it's your passport, go back home. And the passport is not enough for you to leave the country. So if you don't have the original Iqama plus the passport, you cannot leave the country. If now I will have any person working with me, if I will give the passport, she will go to the airport, it's not enough. You need to show that you have paid all the fees for the country, for the Iqama, residency and Iqama, it should be done. So it is not enough. So why to have it with you? No, as Mary is saying, give to your sponsor. If there is a problem or love, in both cases, this sponsor would have to go to the immigration to deliver the passport or to give to the person himself to travel. So having your passport is not enough for you to go to the airport with a taxi and go on the airplane. It's not enough.
So guys, umeona video. I hope you got the answers. It is your choice. You unajua what is right and what is bad. When unajua kudeal na boss wako. Anyway, I wish you all the best, and please make sure you subscribe to my channel. And to my haters, I can see you. Nawaona tu. By the way, nawaona. Endelea kunifollow, okay? I love you all. Bye bye. Please subscribe now, share hii video.